Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Sister, I have a short and sweet message for you today, but it's a powerful one. And if you were a mother, this is going to hit home, and it may just even be a punch in the face that you need to have right now. And if you're not a parent, then you need to listen, because you may be at one point in the importance of this. And I'd say, the majority of women that listen to the podcast and that follow me, the Women Wanting More movement, those that are in the sisterhood, that sign up for my free journal, that are in my coaching programs, are married. And the majority of those also have children. So if this is not you, sweet, but listen, because there's something else for you to hear in this. And the message is this. When you are not caring for yourself, when you are not taking care of what you need, when you are not living your dream, but yet you are telling your kids to take care of themselves, to do what they need, and to get what they need, and to follow their dreams, but you're not following yours, that's fucking bullshit, sister. That is bullshit. What gives you the right to not live your dream and yet tell your children that they should live theirs? Do you not know how incongruent that really is? And in addition, do you know that your kids aren't going to do what you say, they're going to do what you do? So you think right now that sacrificing, we'll say quote unquote, sacrificing, being the martyr, yourself for your children, is something that is necessary as a mother. I get it. It comes with good intention. It's like the thing to do in our society. It's deemed as this like you're put up on this pedestal. Look at, Susan. She's so fucking awesome. She does everything for her kids, but yet they don't see that you're running yourself into the ground, drinking fucking wine at night because you feel like you can't do everything. And you're gaining weight or you're having challenges with eating disorders and you're not connecting with your husband. Like, it's fucking bullshit, right? You showing up as you, sister, living your fucking dream. That means that going after the fucking marriage that you want and investing in it. That means that following that dream or business idea, that thing that you want to do to create value that you feel is part of you and you fucking go after. That means that the body that you fucking want and taking care of you, that you go after it. You show your children that you living your dream will give them permission to do the same. It does not work any other way. And you are fucking delusional and insane if you think that you can say the words, kids, you should be eating good healthy foods, and you're stuffing your fucking face with chips at night when they go to sleep. You are out of your mind if you think that you talk to your children about love and sex and how sex is maybe something that's consensual between two people that love each other, but yet you're not fucking having that within your marriage right now. And you're not loving it. You don't feel that connection. You don't have that passion with your own marriage. And you better believe if your kids see that you are not living your dream, you're either stuck in a job that you chose to put yourself in the place of stuck, that you are maybe home with the kids, and that was a choice that you made, but yet what you really want to be doing is something beyond motherhood, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, my life is motherhood, right? Let me rephrase that. My quote-unquote job is motherhood, right? Caring for my family, that's beautiful. That's an honorable thing. But if you think that being home with the kids, but what you really want to be doing is something else, is somehow honoring your children, you are full of fucking shit. With love, sister. You want your kids to live their dreams? You better fucking show them by you doing it. This piece of me really fucking gets me fired up. You can fucking tell, right? Because I can't tell you how many fucking women will say to me oh, I can't invest in the sisterhood because it's $47 a month. I'm like, what? I can't invest in the journal because it's $9.95. I'm like, fuck, what? No, I don't have the time because I'm pouring in my kids. What? Bullshit. Lies, sister. Because really, if we get down to the fucking, like the real crux of this, it's this. You're afraid. You're afraid to stand up and live within your dream. You're afraid to stand up and say, I want this for me in my marriage. Sweetheart, husband, let's have a conversation. You're afraid to be the mom who's at the gym every day and taking care of herself, but because what will other moms fucking think of you? Oh, good for her. She has time for the gym. Who the fuck cares? You're afraid to speak the truth to your children and say, you know what? Mommy's doing her best. I fucking screamed my head off on my kids last night. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. I don't beat myself up. I clean it up. My kids see me imperfect because that is fucking life. I am leading them by how I live my life. They see me investing in my body. They see me investing in my marriage, my husband and I. They see me investing in my business. They see me leading women. I talk to them about these things. You can, when I tell them you can create and become anything, that's because that's what I'm doing. Do you understand it's lip service if you just tell your kids this, but you don't live it. It is out of fucking integrity, it is incongruent, and it's out of alignment. And it's the thing that you are struggling with the most. Is you talking the life that you want and not fucking living it. And the thing is you got little sets of eyes fucking watching your every move. You are modeling marriage for them. You are modeling health for them. You are modeling fucking life for them. And you making yourself last, you not making yourself first, which by the way, that's the fucking order it should be. Not motherhood first. You, your marriage, your children. If you got a system that works better for you, fantastic. But I can tell you right now, in my experience of working with women over the last couple of years, and even previous to that, when I was a chiropractor for 15 years, and most of my patients were female. You've lost yourself in motherhood and marriage. And with love, right? With like the most beautiful of intention. But you're fucking slowly killing yourself. And you think you're doing this for your children, and you'll get to your marriage later, and you'll get to your body later. And number one, you might not even have that fucking time. Because he'll be gone, and you'll be in such a state of fucking crisis with your health, there is no fucking getting it back. You've missed it. But your children are not seeing your words line up with your actions. That's your struggle. That's the piece that I really want you to fucking hear in this today, sister. And you can choose this. Now, right now you might be going, you know what, Karen, fuck you. I don't have a husband that supports me. I don't have time. I'm working 2 jobs. Like, I get it. You're not going to maybe flip a switch and suddenly everything becomes the life that you want to be living. I understand. You know what? I fucking get that because that was me. 6 years ago, I said, there's a message inside of me to speak and I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm going to stay up later at night if I need to and get up early in the morning and think and study and I'm going to do whatever I need to. I was running 3 businesses at one point. 3. Now, that doesn't make me some kind of a fucking superhuman. It just makes me committed. Because the way that I was living my life did not work. And there was no someday, one day. It was fucking now. And the voice was not just speaking. It was a whisper to a talking to screaming at me. And the only thing that I could choose to do was either begin on this path, which got me to here, or I could numb myself into oblivion. Fucking loveless marriage. Roommate, angry at my kids all the time, yelling at my kids all the time, fat, out of shape, exhausted, still in my practice, which is where I didn't want to be anymore. Telling my patients to live their life, I'd be just like that. I'd be hearing this message possibly and be pissed off too. So if this triggers you, good. You need to hear it. You want to fucking, have some kumbaya listen to hand holding? Go listen to another fucking podcast. That's not what you're going to get here. You came here because you were looking for the truth. Here's what you're going to fucking get today. It is bullshit to not invest in you. It is bullshit to say to me, Karen, I can't come out to a live event because who's going to watch the kid for like 3 days? Even though I know you got people that could fucking do that. Your kids need to see you living your fucking dreams. Your kids need to see you living your dreams. To me, what I believe to be true, what I know is true. That is the greatest gift you can give your children. You don't tell them, you show them. So here's your more tip for today. Where are you out of alignment with this, with your children? And if you don't have children, where are you out of alignment with this with other areas of your life? When I was first introduced to chiropractic, my brother was a chiropractor, and I started working in his office at a university, and I was still like partying on the weekends, drinking my face off, doing drugs, being the party girl, come back Monday morning, be like responsible Karen talking about health and healing. It was completely out of alignment. It didn't go on too long like that. I was just like, this is not fucking work. So if you're a mother, where are you out of alignment right now with what you say and what you actually do? And if you're not, where you're out of alignment in another area of your life. And here's the second piece of this. What is this costing? Not you, but the people that you're speaking to. What is this costing you? Your children if you're a mom. And what is it costing other people that you serve, give value to, take care of, lead when you don't? Listen, there's a lot of you that I know that are like different kind of nutritional fitness coaches, and you constantly fall off the fucking wagon. I see stuff on social media. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the 10th time I've seen you do this. How are you leading by example when that happens over and over? Listen, nobody's perfect. You're going to slip sometimes, but like 10 times? What is it costing the other people? And here's more importantly, what is it costing you? What's it costing your self-esteem? What is it costing your self-respect? Your integrity, how you see yourself. When you're choosing to not show up with the way that you're speaking. Don't be that sister. But you need to dig deep on this one. Because if you just cover it up and be, I don't want to think about that. No, think about this. Think about it. The way where your mouth is not lining up with your actions, what is that costing the people in your life? If your mom, your children, if not somebody else in your life that you lead. And the second piece of this is, what is it costing you? You need to go there, because until you fucking figure out the cost, nothing will change. Until you fucking go into that place of pain and darkness and go, fuck, what am I doing? 2 years ago, March of 2016, I sat in a group coaching program in Laguna Beach, in a fucking cemetery, writing the eulogy that I realized that would never fucking happen because I was not living my life aligned with that. Business was great, but marriage and motherhood and my health, it was not. And I made a decision on that fucking day in that cemetery that things would be different, and they have. And you can do the same, sister. So 3 things I want you to finish up with then as we finish out this podcast. Number 1, you need to subscribe to the Woman Wanting More newsletter. Now, I just announced, and by the way, that's over at drkarenosrom.com. All these things, by the way, in the show notes, in your phone, click on there'll be an eye on the iPhone if you listen there. It'll open up. You can just click on the links to be able to get through. Otherwise, go to drkarenosrom.com and subscribe to the newsletter. 2 big fucking exciting things that I announced last week in some of my Facebook groups. Okay, which, by the way, if you're not the one wanting more experience, go ahead, go up to the search bar, type one wanting more experience, request to be added to the group. But I actually announced this stuff in the newsletter. Okay, so you got in this VIP access. 2 things. Number 1, there is Woman Wanting More store that is launching on March 19th, 2018. You will be able to be in alignment with what you wear. You get to be what you wear on the outside. So these are t-shirts and tanks and mugs and hoodies and beanies. All the things that I wear, by the way, that will show what you believe on the outside. There is a bigger message to selling fucking t-shirts. It's bigger than that. Okay, so you're going to go to, now I believe this is going to be the correct URL because we're working on all this stuff, because I actually record this way in advance. So shop.womanwantingmore.com. And you're going to see there's at the beginning, there's free shipping. So you got to jump in before this runs out. Free shipping anywhere in the fucking world. Okay. So that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, I'm doing a 2-day live event, July 27th, 28th, Victoria, BC, Canada. This will be 125 tickets. They're going to fucking sell out, sister. This is your chance to have an experience with other women like you. This is a chance to get clear on what you want. This is a chance for you to figure out who the fuck that you actually are. A live event will get you there fast. You cannot do this work on your own. And so I will drop the link in here as well then too. Now I'm giving this date as a save the date. The getting your tickets is going to happen the next week or two, and there will be early bird advance tickets only if you're on the newsletter. Okay, so that's over at drkarenosburn.com. Subscribe to the newsletter. Make sure as well then too to subscribe to this podcast and rate and review. I would love for you to drown out some of the hater comments with love and leave a review on iTunes. And that's it, sister. Lots of exciting coming up with Women Want More in 2018. And I love and appreciate you being here and being part of this journey. So I will talk to the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.